I'm Jake Bresson with Bresson Painting. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to roll out some walls. First thing you're going to need is a 9-inch roller frame. It makes it a little bit easier if you have an extension pole so that you're not working your shoulders and your arms as much. And I've also got a 9-inch roller cover here. And we like to try to practice taping off our covers before we roll. It helps to remove some lint and any contaminants that might have gotten in it on the job site. And then when you're ready to roll, you just go ahead and you pull your tape off. And let me show you here. The tape then is going to have all kinds of lint on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, if the lighting's good enough in here. I've got a bunch of spotlights set up right now on the wall so that I can really see what I'm doing here, and so hopefully you guys can too. And I apologize if the lighting isn't that great on me. So anyhow, so first thing I'm going to do now is load up my roller with some paint. I've got some paint in a tray right here, and typically we use 9-inch setups. I also want to note that all of the walls have been cut in previously to rolling the body. If you hear me talking about the body of the wall, I'm referring to this entire section here. All your trim is going to be when you do your cut-ins around the windows and around the ceiling here, and those are all done. We want to make sure that we have all of our cut-ins and brushwork done prior to getting out your big roller that you're going to do the majority of the wall with, or the body. Now that all my cut-ins are done, and I used a 4-inch roller to bring all the paint down from the ceilings 4 inches and 4 inches out from the walls and 4 inches up, I've got some tape placed on the baseboards, and we don't tape when we do our brushwork, but once we're done with our brushwork, we do put tape down before we roll to prevent any spatter from coming down and mucking up the baseboards and making them really unsightly. We just put a lot of effort into spraying out a finish on all the baseboards and window frames and casings. We want to make sure that we're going to keep those nice and fresh now. So the way that I like to go is start off, leave yourself a little bit of room from all your trim, and start off somewhere in the middle of the wall, the middle area. It doesn't have to be precise. And you're going to want to roll down once, and then all the way up to the top, and then all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to bring my roller and kind of feather it back into the trim. And I'll feather it out here also just to make sure that I'm not leaving any ridges with my roller. You might get ridges if you're applying too much pressure as you're rolling. So I'm going to take my roller cover here, down all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom, and then just smooth it back out and lay it back into what you just rolled, and then smooth out that edge that you created out there, your wet edge. Now, I've seen a lot of big box stores advertising videos on how to roll out wall sections. And one thing that they almost always do is say start with a big W shape or an N shape or an M, whichever, and roll in diagonals and just level the paint all over your wall. Depending on what sheen you're using, if you're using a satin, basically anything above a flat, you may be able to see all of your roller marks and where you've been. So you want to make sure that you're rolling all in one consistent direction. Some paints, the nap on the roller can react with the paint in a way that it will even show if you've rolled up and then if you've rolled down. So you really want to make sure that you're rolling all the same direction and nice, just long, even strokes up and down, straight up and down your wall. And that's going to give you the best finish possible, as opposed to rolling in a W where you might have to do multiple coats to get the sheen build up that you are happy with then and have it leveled out. So I hope this video helped you guys out. And if it did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, like it, whatever the social media platform that you're on now is using as a way of saying thank you. So thank you guys for watching, and any questions or comments, leave them down below.